Hey y'all, my name is Marissa Smith and I wanted to show you my skincare routine. So this is pretty short and sweet. I like it to be quick. I've got 3 kids under 7, a very busy husband, a 4-month-old golden retriever, and also I'm a children's pastor, a nursery minister. So I'm super busy. The last thing I want to do at night is like a 10-step process. I'm more like a 1 or 2 step process kind of girl. So I wanted to show you what I have been doing. So this morning I have nothing on my face. I haven't done any kind of skincare, so I just want to get up close and personal and kind of show you my skin. So I'm in my upper 20s and this is probably the best that my skin has ever been. So first I'm just going to put my hair back out of my face so I'm not messing with that or getting any product in it. Okay, so first things first, I don't do skincare in the morning. All I do is in the morning I rinse my face with water and then I tap it dry with a microfiber cloth. So you want to make sure for step 1 that you're using a microfiber cloth instead of a washcloth. So here's the difference up close and personal. A microfiber cloth compared to a washcloth. A washcloth can really get into your pores and pull and stretch the skin, which damages the elasticity of the skin and the cell rejuvenation. But also the fibers are so big in a cloth that it's not able to cleanse the pores and really grab the bacteria and pull it out, whereas a microfiber cloth can. So that's all I do in the morning, rinse and microfiber dry. Then I wear my makeup, and at night, before I get in the shower, I grab one of these Aveeno pads. They're in a pad like this. They're already damp with some cleanser. And this is what I use to take off my makeup. So I just grab one out, smack it on my face, and take it into the shower with me. And just use it in the shower to remove everything. If I have bronzer or illuminator, I really need to clean from here up. So I just use that. One side is nice and soft and the other side is kind of bumpy. So you can really get like your mascara off and your eyebrows off without having to pull at the skin. So if I'm wearing makeup, I take one of those in the shower with me. If not, I skip that step. Next, I get out of the shower. The steam from the warm shower opens your pores. So it's important to like put on your towel and do your skincare then if at all possible. If you are a morning showerer, so you don't have that effect at night, just rinse your face with warm water before you do anything, because that warm water will open your pores so that as you start your skincare system, your pores are open and vulnerable to receive the product. So the first thing that I would do is I would take my Milk cleanser. So absolutely love this cleanser. For one, it doesn't foam. So a lot of the time we feel very like solidified and happy and what's the right word? We feel like we're achieving something when our face wash foams up. And it just feels so fresh and clean and we're foaming and we're sudsy. But actually what that foaming cleanser is doing is it's stripping the skin of its natural protective barriers and its natural oils, and kind of like pulling it all out in the foam. And so this doesn't foam at all. It's not messy at all. It's very gentle. It's made with lactic acid or skim milk. That's the base. And then it's full of vitamins and oils and aloe, honey. Honey is a natural antibacterial and it also calms, soothes, and moisturizes. Same with aloe. That's what you would put on a sunburn. So it's very hydrating, very good for sensitive skin. So you would take the cap off here. This one bottle would last me like 6 months just using my skincare at night. So it's great. So you take 3 pumps. I'm in the middle of the day right now or closer to the morning time, so I'm not going to do this right now, but I'm going to talk you through it. So you would put about 3 pumps onto your hand, close it back up. How beautiful is this bottle though? Rub it in and then gently move it around the skin. So it's not going to foam. It's almost just like a cooling jelly milk, and it feels so good on the skin. And so as you're working it into the skin, you're going to become a little flushed, a little red. It has nothing to do with the product. It's because as you're moving your fingers in circles, you're increasing the blood flow. The product is getting into your pores, and it's tightening. It's increasing cell rejuvenation. So if you have a lot of scarring or acne, or damaged tissue, dry spots, it's going to encourage those cells to reproduce new skin cells. And the lactic acid also, even though it's a cleanser, as you're rubbing it in, it's exfoliating with that natural lactic acid. So incredible, incredible face wash right here. So first, remove your makeup, and then we're going to cleanse the pores. This is not for removing makeup. That would kind of waste the potent product. This is for cleansing the pores and cleaning the skin. So make sure that you're taking your skincare all the way down your neck and your décolleté. So then you're going to rinse with some water, wipe with a microfiber cloth, and you're going to go in with the toner. So our line is the exact same. It's not different at all, but we have a rose gold line, and so all the products would be rose gold, or we have a Tidal line, and all the products are the exact same, but they're this Tidal matte blue. So I just wanted to show you a comparison, but whichever collection you get, all the bottles will look the same. My bathroom, however, is all blue and gray, and I like the matte sleek design of the Tidal collection, so I actually prefer this one, and I just think it's so pretty. But it was designed so that if a man wanted to use the skincare line, they didn't have to take a rose gold beautiful bottle into the locker room. So no difference in product, just a little different packaging design. So this is your toner. So we've removed our makeup, we've cleansed our pores, now we're going to tone. So you're going to take the toner and spritz it on the face. Again, it has lactic acid, so it's still exfoliating that top layer and increasing your skin cell rejuvenation, but it also has witch hazel and aloe. So that witch hazel is going to tone, which helps to balance the pH in the skin. So it helps control oils and redness. If you have acne, this will also help. It tightens the skin, but it's also very healing because it has a lot of oils, vitamin A and E, honey again, and then the aloe. So really good if you have a sunburn, take this to the beach with you. If you have oily skin, this is amazing, even as a makeup primer, because under your makeup, you can just spritz this on before your makeup, and it's going to control your oils and kind of keep them at bay. It's going to provide a good surface to hold the makeup on the skin, and it's going to keep the redness away. So it's great as a primer. It's just all over great. I shave my arms and my legs, so whenever I get out of the shower, I spritz this down my arm and my legs, and it keeps those little bumpies away. So this is next. So we've removed the makeup, we've cleansed the pores, we've toned the face, and then once you spray the toner, just kind of let that dry for a moment. It's not going to take too long. And then you can go in with your very last step, which is the Milk Moisturizer. So again, we have this, the collection would all look the same depending on what you get. So this is the Rose Gold Moisturizer. I love it because this is a pop top. So you just pop it off, and then you push down and it disperses out that little hole, the perfect amount of moisturizer. So you're not having to stick your finger in and get any kind of bacteria into your moisturizer and contaminate it. So this is absolutely perfect. It's very thick, again, full of oils, lactic acid base, that skim milk. It still has the honey in it, aloe, super hydrating, also very thick, good for at night. It's just phenomenal. If you like a really dewy makeup look, you can also use this under your makeup, and it'll give you kind of like that summertime glow. So whenever, that's it. That's all. And this is optional. This is just what I personally use, the Aveeno wipes, to remove my makeup, but you can use any type of like makeup wipe remover. It's totally up to you. And then those 3 steps. And then it comes with a little milk booklet, which is just so cute. Tells you all about it, how to use it, the formula, the ingredients, the uses, the info on it. It's so cute. So now, here's what I personally add in about once a week, sometimes twice a week, depending on my skin. I purchased the Milk Mask. So it's basically all of that super potent in a mask that you leave on for 3 to 5 minutes. It's lactic acid based. It's a chemical exfoliant. So if you are using something like a sugar scrub or an apricot scrub on your face, stop. No more. What those scrubs actually do, it feels very satisfying in the moment, like you're just scrubbing and you're getting everything off and it feels great. But what those little tiny particles of a physical exfoliant are actually doing is pulling at the skin, pulling the pores, damaging the elasticity, causing the skin to be more oily because it's trying to hydrate and rejuvenate and protect the skin. But it's also pulling at the pores and kind of cutting it. So anytime that you touch your face after an apricot scrub, you're putting bacteria from your fingers or even like a towel into those little tiny cuts. We don't want any cuts on our face. We're not going to use anything that scratches or pulls or scrubs from here up. So that is what you need a chemical exfoliant for, which is this right here. So I'll show you kind of how I use it. And a chemical exfoliant is actually much quicker too. It's just a 3-minute mask. So I'm just going to get my face a little damp here, kind of clean off my surface. So I just dipped it into some water. And I'm just using those microfibers to open up my pores, clean them out. And we're going to apply our chemical mask. So a chemical mask is different because it doesn't have those scrubbing agents. It sits on the surface and it breaks down and kind of eats away at that top layer, and then you wipe it away. It doesn't get tight, it doesn't get hot, it doesn't pull at the skin, it doesn't scratch the skin. It is like a super potent hydrofacial skin rejuvenating exfoliation in 3 minutes. It's amazing. So we're going to take the lid off here. It looks just like the moisturizer, which I think is so cute. I have a wet spot on my nose. So you just want to pump some out. I'm going to do it a little bit gently so that y'all can see the product coming out. I like to do kind of like 3 pumps. Get it onto my finger so you can see it looks like this creamy, milky substance. And I like to kind of tap it onto the face gently to make sure that it's evenly distributed. And then I'll kind of rub it in. So make sure you get those nose spots, back in here, your jawline. I don't usually take my mask all the way down because that's a lot of product, but I do focus my skincare, cleanser, toner, and moisturizer onto my neck and décolleté. So I'm applying it to my forehead, my hairline, under the eyes. So it's not going to get tight, it's not going to get warm, it's not going to dry, it's going to stay hydrated and soft, and it's like almost like a cooling gel. It just feels very jelly and milky and cool to the skin. So I'm just going to leave that on for about 3 minutes. So I would recommend doing this about every 3 to 4 days, depending on your skin type. It's very moisturizing, but not over moisturizing. So even if you say, I have oily skin, I don't need to moisturize, my skin is already super oily. It's kind of the reverse. Even if you're oily, you still want to be moisturizing because your skin is oily because it's overproducing. And it's overproducing because it's saying, I'm not being given enough hydration, I'm going to produce more. So as you use a chemical exfoliant, like a super hydro boost, and then a moisturizer, even our cleanser is super hydrating. As you use those things, your skin realizes over a couple of weeks, wow, I'm getting the oils that I need, I'm getting the aloe that I need, and the protective benefits to my skin put into my pores. I don't need to make as much because it's been given to me. So it kind of evens out. So that doesn't mean that you need to be moisturizing morning and night and before your makeup and just going crazy. But it does mean that you probably need to use a chemical exfoliant or a mask and a moisturizer, this every night, and a mask every 3 to 4 days. So it's been about a minute and a half. I'm just gonna let it sit. And it feels just so soft, and my skin feels good and hydrated and smooth, and it's not drying or pulling or anything like that. You should not have to rub and scrub to get a mask off. Those are big no's, because what it's doing is it's putting all this stuff into your pores, and then as you pull, you're kind of just pulling it out and damaging the skin, trying to scrub it off and remove the product, and which irritates the skin. So the softer the better, the more hydration the better. I pretty much take Kara's advice. She's the creator of Mascara Beauty, and whether it's mascara related or not, she's done so much research on makeup and skincare that I really love, like reading her blog and reading her post and seeing what she's tried and what worked and what hasn't. And something that she shared was like 90% of skin issues, whether it's acne or damage to the skin, dry spots, breakouts, like 90% of that is tossed up to dehydration. It's because the skin is lacking hydration and it's causing skin issues. So try drinking more water and try hydrating the skin from the outside even more. So I think that's pretty good. I'm going to take my towel here, and you don't even need a sink for this. That's how not messy this whole system is. I can do it just at my makeup table. So I have a cup of water here, and I'm just dipping into my cup of water. And I'm gonna gently remove the mask. If you look flushed or a little red after your mask, that is a great thing, because that means that that product is increasing blood flow in your face. And when blood flow is increased, it helps the cells to rejuvenate, break down fatty cells, which tightens the skin and kind of reclaims the elasticity. So it's a good thing to look flushed. It's a good thing to be a little bit red in the face after you've done a mask. And that's okay. You just don't want to use something that scrubs the skin, because even though it can feel satisfying in the moment, it's damaging over time. So this mask is just very hydrating. It's just using chemicals on the surface of the skin to just cleanse it all away. Okay, so the next step is optional, but I love to do it. That's it. So after the mask, I would just put on some moisturizer while my pores are nice and opened and exposed. But about once a week, maybe every other week, depending on my skin, I add in this next step. I take a little Women's Joy razor, just like this, 5-blade razor. All you need is water, your razor, and a microfiber cloth. The best time to do it is when your pores are opened and you've just used a mask, because you've just kind of opened everything up, your skin is vulnerable, your peach fuzz is out, and we're just going to, even more so, get that top layer of skin off. So you don't need anything on the skin, no water, no shaving cream, no oils, just a bare face. So we're gonna start here by the ear, and we're just gonna go up ever so gently. This isn't something where you have to pull at the skin or push very, very hard. This isn't thick, coarse leg hair. This is your face, and we just want to be so gentle and remove that peach fuzz. So I like to go all the way behind my ear, under my jaw, and you can see all that peach fuzz that it's removing. I just gently wash it off in the water cup. So we're just going up along the hairline and then following the cheek, flip it over, go down from about the brow down, and we're getting off any dry skin, any peach fuzz, anything that's kind of hanging on to that top layer. And not only is this going to help your makeup lay so smooth to have a clean, fresh surface, but it's also going to help the makeup, the skincare to better work and penetrate into the skin because there's no barrier. It's just your skin. There's no peach fuzz barrier for any product or makeup to go through to sit on the skin. So everything just kind of works a little bit better this way. So we're just removing that top layer. Don't forget the lip. And along your chin. And this is just going to leave your face so soft and so smooth. I've been shaving my face for probably 2 to 3 years now. And it's not something where if I didn't ever do it again, no one would notice. It doesn't come back thicker or darker or coarser or anything like that. So don't worry, oh my gosh, I've never shaved my face, it's gonna come back black. It's not. It'll come back the exact same as it was before, and you can choose if you want to continue shaving or not. So I think it's definitely worth the try if it's not something that you've ever done before. Just to kind of keep that top layer nice and clean. Not that I have hair on my nose, but I think it's great to do your nose to kind of break off that like gritty top layer. And that's pretty much it. I like to do, this is probably the worst part right here at the sideburn ear area. So I kind of do that area a couple of times. That's it. I don't really use it to clean up my brows. You can, but I like to get my brows threaded, so I just kind of stay away from my brow area. And that's really it. I just clean off my razor and some water. Get some water on my cloth here. And just wipe everything away. Clean the skin, get it nice and fresh. I use self-tanner, so I do tan my face, but there's really no point because if you are using high quality skincare nightly, it's going to remove your tanner anyways. So I do get that question sometimes, do you use your tanner on your face? Yes, I don't know why. My body will last me like 5 days, and by the time I shave and exfoliate and use my skincare system on night 2 or 3, the tan is off my face. So there's really no point in doing all of that. So then once I just dry it off, I'm going to take a little bit of my moisturizer. This is when our skin is at its most vulnerable, right? We've just exfoliated, we've shaved. We want to make sure that we're putting the hydration back into the skin. So this is my Milk moisturizer. It's thick and creamy and dewy, but it sinks into the skin very quickly and doesn't leave you feeling oily or tacky. Like I said, it's kind of midday for me right now, and I'm applying my moisturizer because it's not going to leave me feeling icky or sticky or oily, slimy. It's not something that you only can use at night. It's good for morning, during the day, and that's it. Those are my best skin tips. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. What else was I going to say? If you order the skincare as a set, which is your cleanser, toner, and moisturizer, these three, it comes with 3 free cloths as well. So this is the Tidal collection, which is the blue one. So you get 3 free gray cloths, and then the rose gold system comes with 3 free white cloths. So for me, I actually prefer the gray ones because you can't see anything on it and they don't stain as easy. So I love this Tidal collection. So for the 3 and then the cloths, it's $140. So if you're only using it at night like I am, it should last you about 5 months, which is that's a great investment. 5 months of skincare for $140, and you've got a 3-step system. The mask is $45. It's sold on its own. It comes with this cute little card to give you some info about it. And if you're using it once or twice a week, it should last you about 3 to 4 months. So that's really it. I kind of shave my face when I feel necessary, at least every other week, sometimes once a week, depending on where my skin is at. So yeah, that's it. And then these wipes that I use to get my makeup off in the shower, they're just from any drugstore. They're a Vino brand. They're like $6 for a month's supply. So super cheap. So if you'll have any questions, please let me know. Or if you want to look around, you can go to marissaleesmith.com/makeup and look under skincare. There's also some lip moisturizer and other products that you might want to check out. So thanks for hanging in there. Bye.